Hey NFL fans, the New Orleans Saints just made a move that might not grab the headlines like a blockbuster trade, but it's a crucial step in building depth on their offensive line. Today, we're breaking down the signing of offensive tackle Jonathan Mendoza, a young player with a unique journey and a chance to prove himself in the league. Stay tuned, because this addition could quietly pay dividends for the Saints' offense in 2024. The Saints officially signed Jonathan Mendoza to a one-year deal this week, adding him to their 90-man offseason roster. This move comes right after the team waived offensive tackle Josh Ball, clearing the way for Mendoza to compete for a spot. Now, Jonathan Mendoza's story is an interesting one. He went undrafted this year, but he's no stranger to the grind. He spent 4 seasons at Yale. Yes, Yale. Before transferring to Louisville for his final college season. At Louisville, he was a starter at right tackle, gaining experience against ACC competition and proving he can hold his own at a high level of college football. Mendoza's path is a bit unconventional. Starting at an Ivy League program like Yale, he honed his skills for 4 years, which is impressive on its own. Ivy League players rarely get significant attention from NFL scouts, but Mendoza's size, technique, and versatility earned him a transfer to Louisville. The move to Louisville allowed him to showcase his ability against tougher competition in the ACC, a critical step for any offensive lineman aiming to make it in the NFL. Standing at an ideal size for a tackle, Mendoza's strength lies in his technique and adaptability. Having played primarily right tackle in college, he brings solid fundamentals and the kind of work ethic coaches love. The Saints are hoping he can compete for a backup role and potentially develop into a more reliable option over time. So how does Mendoza fit into the Saints' offensive line picture? The team's future at tackle is already partially set with 2 exciting first-round picks. Taliese Fuaga, the Saints' 2024 first-round pick, is expected to take over one tackle spot, while Kelvin Banks, their 2025 first-rounder, is another cornerstone prospect for the position. Behind those two, there are a few other names competing for depth roles, including Landon Young, Josiah Eziram, and Easton Kilty. Mendoza enters this group as another option, bringing a fresh set of skills and a strong desire to prove himself. Depth on the offensive line is key for any team, especially in today's NFL, where pass rushers are faster and injuries happen often. The Saints need reliable backups who can step in without the offense missing a beat. That's exactly the kind of role Mendoza is aiming to fill. Signing Mendoza sends a clear message. The Saints are committed to developing young talent and maintaining solid depth up front. It's easy to focus on star players and flashy moves, but it's these under-the-radar signings that often determine a team's overall success. Mendoza has a real opportunity here. He can take advantage of the off-season program, training camp, and preseason to show the coaching staff he's more than just an undrafted rookie. His experience at 2 very different college programs, Ivy League academics mixed with ACC-level competition, speaks to his versatility and ability to learn. For the Saints, the hope is Mendoza can step up if needed and push the competition at tackle, keeping everyone sharp and ready to perform on game day. That said, Mendoza faces an uphill battle. The jump from college to the NFL is massive, and as an undrafted player, the margin for error is slim. He'll need to adjust to the speed, power, and complexity of NFL defenses quickly. Another challenge is mastering multiple tackle positions. While he mainly played right tackle in college, NFL teams often value players who can swing inside or to the left side if needed. The Saints will likely evaluate how well Mendoza can adapt to different roles on the line during practice. Keep an eye on his technique in pass protection and run blocking during preseason games. The Saints want to see a player who can sustain blocks, handle speed rushers, and open lanes for the running game. If Mendoza can carve out a role as a dependable backup or even a rotational player, it's a win for the Saints. Offensive line depth is critical for long-term success and injury protection for star players. And for Mendoza, it's the start of his professional journey, one that could surprise a lot of people if he capitalizes on this opportunity. We'll be watching closely how he performs in training camp and the preseason, and whether he can rise above the competition to secure a spot on the final 53-man roster. What do you think, Saints fans? Is Jonathan Mendoza a sleeper pick to watch this offseason? Could he be the next underdog story who helps stabilize the Saints' offensive line? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more NFL roster news and analysis, and share this video with fellow football fans who want to stay ahead of the game. The Saints are quietly building a strong foundation up front, mixing high draft picks with hard-working players like Jonathan Mendoza. It's the kind of smart, strategic depth building that can make a real difference once the regular season kicks off. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates from around the league. This is your go-to source for everything NFL, breaking down the moves that matter. Until next time, keep loving the game.